Today we're going to be talking about the mother from Houston, Texas, who allowed her boyfriend to beat one of her children to death and then abandon the other three in the same apartment with the dead body. Now, looking at this woman's picture, she doesn't look like anything is wrong with her, but can you imagine the mental state that she must be in to have allowed this man to do this to her child? And then not even seek help for the child afterwards? And then to leave the other three children in the house with the dead body? Like, she gave no curls about this at all. It was like, help them kids. Like, I hate to say it, but that's exactly what it comes across as. And then the sad part about it is the other three children had to be in the house with a decomposing body. Have y'all ever smelled a decomposing body? I haven't. But according to the shows and, the stuff that I've watched on TV, they say that a decomposing body smells horrible. It's a horrific smell, one that you never forget, one that you can't seem to get out your nose once you smell it, and you can smell it from a mile away. Imagine leaving three children in the house with something like that. Like, do you know what kind of human being you would have to be in order to do something like that? And then the fact that the neighbors didn't smell anything, because I can't imagine that smell as horrible as it's supposed to be, being confined to that one bedroom in that apartment. Now, speaking of the apartments, they look like they some pretty nice apartments. And I've heard people say, well, how were they able to stay there all of this time without the parents being there and them not being evicted? Well, because there was this rent ban and nobody could be evicted, she was able to pack up and leave her kids there without nobody coming to the door saying, hey, you owe this month's and last month's rent. And then what makes it even worse is while her kids were sitting over here hungry and looking for somebody to love them, she getting all of this government stipend money and the Social Security money that she was getting for those two kids who had mental issues, and she just off somewhere living her best life with this man who killed her child. Like, so again, I can't even imagine what type of mental state this woman had to have been in order to allow this to happen. Now, speaking of this man, looking at his mugshot, he looked like he don't give a damn. Like, he just looking real, I don't know, maybe like he had some type of drug habit. She don't look like she had one, but he do. And then it's like, you looking like this right now in this mugshot, but when you get down there to Huntsville, and for everybody who not in Houston, Huntsville is where you go when you first enter the Texas Department of Corrections, or, when you first get to the pen, that's where you gonna go, to Huntsville, Texas. But he looking like he over here trying to tell the police, oh, hey, I ain't had nothing to do with them, her kids. I just moved out, and then the next thing I know, she moved out right with me, throwing her under the bus. Is what he was doing. Just look at this picture. Throwing her under the bus. I already see it, because he looked like the type that'll snitch. But even though he was the one who beat the kid, she looked like she gonna take the fall for it. Like, them was your kids. You had the ultimate responsibility to those children. And it's like, where was the rest of the family? Who knows? For a whole year, those kids were able to stay in that house by themselves, and no other relatives managed to know anything about it until it hit the news. Like, that's the crazy part. And then, lo and behold, here come a whole family out the woodwork said, oh, well, we asked her to give us the baby with the autism because we knew she wasn't going to be able to take care of him. Well, why y'all didn't get him? She would never give us the address. We didn't know the door number. And it's like all these excuses, like, y'all should have just stayed silent. Y'all should have never allowed them to show y'all face, because now y'all look real stupid. It's like y'all coming up here after the fact when y'all could have did way more than just take no for an answer to save these kids or to do something to help these kids, when you knew, y'all probably already knew that this woman had some type of mental issues where she couldn't handle 4 children. And really she had more than that, because she had a couple that was taken out of her possession for other reasons. And it's like, then they keep showing this one neighbor like she was the hero, she saved the day. Now she brought attention to the situation, but she should have been did that, because she said the boy had continually came over to her house asking for food. And it's like everybody that these boys came into contact with failed them. They failed them. Like, where was CPS to check on these kids? And she already had a couple of kids that had already been taken from her. Why was y'all not checking in on the ones that she still had? Because y'all know she didn't change for the better. I'm sure y'all didn't think she changed for the better. And then why these kids wasn't missing out of school? Like, nobody at the school recognized that these kids were never coming? Like, did she not enroll them in 2021 school year? Like, y'all didn't get no papers saying this is where they enrolled at. Now send us their school records. Y'all, everything just fell by the wayside. So like I said, everybody failed these kids. But we're going to see how this play out. And I'm going to keep y'all posted on it if I find out anything different. And y'all jump down in the comments and let me know what y'all think, how y'all feel about this madness, this torture that was going on in these apartments in Houston, Texas. And until next time, thanks for watching.